Welcome! This is the Three Rivers Public Library District's Little Diggers Summer Story Time. This week's Sand Bucket Prize will appear on your screen in a few seconds. Hello everyone! My name is Miss Renee and I am so excited to be hosting Little Diggers Story Time from my backyard. Let's begin with our welcome song, Hello Friends, using American Sign Language. Our first symbol is for hello. You put your hand to your eyebrow. You can use either hand. The symbol for friends is our pointer fingers, giving each other a little hug. All right, let's begin. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends. It's time to say hello. So our friend Little Mouse is back again. Do you think she can hide behind a little house and we'll guess which one it is? Okay, close your eyes. Before we begin our mouse hunt, let's review our colors. Can you say them with me? Pink, yellow, orange, gray, brown, white. So our rhyme goes like this. Little mouse, are you hiding behind the pink house? Let's take a peek. No, it's a frog. Okay, let's go to the yellow house. Little mouse, are you hiding behind the yellow house? No, it's a cat. Okay. Do you think she's hiding underneath the orange house? Let's take a look. Little mouse, are you hiding behind the orange house? No, it's a squirrel chewing on an acorn. All right, let's go to the gray house. Little mouse, are you hiding behind the gray house? There she is, there's our mouse. Well, let's take a peek behind the other two houses and see what's hiding behind them. Brown house, oh, a yellow duck, ready for a swim. What do we have here? A cute bunny rabbit, probably going to hop away soon. Our first story is The Little Mouse, the Red Ripe Strawberry, and the Big Hungry Bear by Don and Audrey Wood. Hello, Little Mouse. What are you doing? Oh, I see. Are you going to pick that red ripe strawberry? But Little Mouse, haven't you heard about the Big Hungry Bear? Oh, how that bear loves red ripe strawberries. The Big Hungry Bear can smell a red ripe strawberry a mile away, especially one that has just been picked. Boom, boom, boom. The bear will tromp through the forest on his big hungry feet and sniff, 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 find the strawberry, no matter where it is hidden or who is guarding it, or how it is disguised. Can you find the strawberry? Quick! There's only one way in the whole wide world to save a red ripe strawberry from the Big Hungry Bear. Cut it in two. Share half with me, and we'll both eat it all up. Yum! Now that's one red ripe strawberry the Big Hungry Bear will never get. The end. No barking at the library, please. Shh. This is my friend Cupid. He wants to sing a song for us. What did you want? Oh, he wants me to tell you to remember to move to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. Ready? Here we go.
Cupid, shuffle, Cupid, shuffle. Come on, do the dance, do the dance. Well, they call me Cupid. Hey, can you guess why? It's 'cause I'm in the business of letting arrows fly. To my favorite dance. Cupid, shuffle, Cupid, shuffle. Come on, do the dance, do the dance. Well, they call me Cupid. Hey, can you guess why? It's 'cause I'm in the business of letting arrows fly. To my favorite dance. Come on, feel it in my toes. Here we go. I'm gonna show you how I go. To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. Now oink, now oink, now go and spread the love. Yeah, go and spread the love.
Yay! Our second story today is Billy Tibbles Moves Out by Jan Fernley. Brothers? Sisters? Sharing? No way! Billy Tibbles' bedroom was his favorite place. Sometimes it was tidy. Mostly it was messy. Billy liked mess. Billy's sister, Twinkle, had her own room too. Billy wasn't allowed in there, but he didn't care. He liked his room best. It had his toys and his books and his new skateboard and his squeaky, creaky bed. And best of all, Billy had it all to himself. But things changed when Mom said to Billy, "It's time little Eric moved in." Little Eric was the baby. He slept in Mom and Dad's room in Billy's old crib. "He's big enough to share with you now," said Dad. "It'll be fun with you two boys together." Billy thought about sharing his room with little Eric, and sharing his toys, even sharing his new skateboard. "It doesn't sound like fun to me," said Billy. "I don't want to." "Now then," said Dad, "we all have to share in this house, and that means you too, Billy." So the green crib was moved into Billy's room. Billy didn't like it one bit. "It's not fair," he cried. "I don't want to share." "And all big brothers have to share," said Mom, "and that means you too, Billy." So little Eric moved in. And Billy Tibbles moved out. "I'll show them," he said. "I'm going to find myself somewhere better, somewhere all to myself." Billy tried the bathroom, but the bathtub was hard and uncomfortable. The faucet went drip, 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 and Twinkle kept knocking on the door. "Hurry up, I'm desperate," she said. Billy tried the shed next, but it was scary and smelled like old boots. And Billy still had to share with the spiders. "Ah," said Billy, "I'm not staying here." He raced back inside. Just in time for a bedtime story. But Twinkle wouldn't share, not even for a story. She pushed and shoved. Billy wriggled and kicked. Dad sent them both off to bed. "I've told you before," he said, "we all share in this house, and that means you, Billy, and you too, Twinkle." It was dark on the stairs. Shadows lurked in every corner. For the first time, Billy was glad he wasn't by himself. He held Twinkle's paw tightly. As they padded down the hall, they heard a funny noise coming from Billy's room. Squeak, creak, boing. "Ooh," Billy whispered Twinkle. "I bet it's a monster, a huge monster." "Don't be silly," Billy said, but he squeezed Twinkle's paw even tighter, just in case. Squeak, creak, boing, went the noise again. "Let's see if it's a monster," said Twinkle. "You go first, Billy." They tiptoed to the door and peeked inside. And there was a monster. Well, little Eric, wide awake and bouncing on Billy's bed. "Hey," yelled Billy, "get off my bed, and that means you." "No," said little Eric, "don't want to." Billy pounced, grrr, and Billy bounced very, very high. Squeak, little Eric flipped, creak. Twinkle joined in and did a somersault. Boing, Billy almost hit his head on the ceiling, but he didn't mind. This kind of sharing was fun. Downstairs, Mom and Dad had settled down to a nice, relaxing evening when creak, boing, squeak, boing, crack. "That's it," said Dad. "What is going on?" roared Dad. "Why aren't you asleep?" "The bed's broken," said Twinkle. "How did that happen?" asked Mom. "We were sharing," said Billy. "Dad told us to." "I'm bouncing," said little Eric. Mom raised a weary paw. No more explanations. "We'll figure things out in the morning. The boys can share with us tonight." "Me too," said Twinkle. "I like sharing." Dad didn't look too happy. "Sharing with all of you?" he groaned. "I don't want to." "Now then, Dad," said Billy. "Remember, everybody shares in this house, and that means you too. So move over." And Dad moved over because dads have to share just like everyone else. The children climbed onto the big cozy bed, and eventually everybody had a very good night's sleep. Well, almost everybody. Look, Dad is still awake. And that's the end of our second story. For our third story, we'll use our little paper mouse. If you don't have a paper mouse, you can just use your finger and run along the tracings inside the book. There's a Mouse About the House by Richard Fowler. Okay, it's time for the mouse to go inside the book. A hungry mouse came out one night to look for food. "I'll try the kitchen first," thought the mouse, and disappeared through a crack in the floor. Here she goes. Shh. The mouse almost bumped into the kitchen cat. "Crumbs, that was close. I'll come back later for the cheese." Here she goes up the road. The mouse climbed out of the empty box of cornflakes. "I hope there's some bread. I'm starving." "Let's go take a look." "Sorry, there's not a crumb left." "I'll try the kitchen again. There might be some scraps." The mouse ran up the table leg. "Sorry, I've licked the last bone clean. Why not try upstairs?" "I hope the parrot is asleep." There's our parrot. The mouse ran up the stairs. "There's a mouse about the house." The parrot is not asleep. She's gonna run up the stairs. And gave Mrs. B a fright. "Help, there's a mouse about the house." The mouse ran under the bed, through the door, and back downstairs. And up the clock in the hall. The clock struck 1, and the mouse ran down. That was fun. Here she goes. She ran down and straight up Mr. B's nightshirt. "Come on out, whoever you are. I know you're in there." Mr. B jumped up and down, and the mouse leaped out and escaped. "Ooh, ouch, there's a mouse about the house." Back in the pantry, the mouse found some crackers. Now they were tasty. Now for a piece of that cheese. Let's see if Mouse gets her cheese finally. "I've been looking forward to this all night." Here she goes, down and around. Let's lift the cheese. "So have I, Mouse. Better run fast, Mouse." Did she make it? Yep, she said, "Let's do this again." The end. We'll put our mouse back in her pouch. Well, friends, this is the end of our story time. I'm so glad you were able to join me. Please remember at the end of the story time to go look in your bucket and see what prize you have. And when you find something you like and maybe make something with it, be sure an adult comes and puts it on our social media pages at #TRPLD Lil Dig. Okay, it's time for our goodbye song, which is similar to our hello song, except that this time we're going to wave goodbye. And remember, our pointer fingers are our friends. So here we go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.